Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to paint flower vines. So these are the vines full of flower in it, and I'm using this 300 GSM watercolor sheet, and I'm going to use few brush sizes today. Smaller brush for the smaller element and a little bigger brush for the bigger element. So let's start with the first one. So basically the first one is wet on wet technique, but I'm not using any masking tape, and that is the reason I'm leaving the edges and filling the middle area with the help of clean brush and clean water. So once you're done with wettening your sheet, going back and forth multiple times, you can start with the flowers. So for the flowers I'm going to use pink and red color. So first I'm adding pink drops into my sheet only in the wetted area. So upper layer has more density of flowers as compared to the lower direction, and we will keep leaves more in the lower direction. So just put something like this, and then with the help of clean water just wetten your sheet again so that we will get a little texture of pink around it. Now with the help of red color we are going to repeat the same thing what we did with the pink color. This is the easiest way to create flower vines. Even if you are a beginner, you can definitely try this, but only start with the flowers first. Don't start with the leaves and foliages for this particular wet and wet technique. And then with the help of sap green color I'm starting with the lighter node of the green. So I have mixed yellow and sap green together to create something like this, and I'm going through all the negative space around the flower to add these kind of texture. Wherever I'm going to repeat the same thing again and again, I'm going to speed up a little bit so that it will save our time. So once you're done with this light sap green color, you can start with the dark sap green, and you can add all these green texture around your flower and all the negative spaces that we have. We don't want any hard edges around it, so I'm adding more water wherever needed, just to wetten the area and to smoothen the hard edges whatever we have around the corner. For this particular process I'm using bigger brush. You can use a smaller brush as well, and keep adding this green texture around the flower or around the negative space wherever you feel so. Now I'm using deep green color and more deep green color to add these kind of texture around the flower. You can do a little bit overlapping as well, it's absolutely fine. I'm showing this video on a speed because I'm repeating the same thing again and again, but you can do it slowly. And once done with your green texture for all the flowers, just let it be for some time and let it rest and let it dry. I'm adding deep green color now. Just let it rest for some time. You can smoothen the edges with the help of clean water if you want to. You can use masking tape for better result, but I'm not using it because I'm creating two different patterns in the same sheet and I need to move my sheet, so that's why I'm not using masking tape. Now with the help of a smaller brush, and this is dry on wet technique, so our sheet is dry and we are creating a bell kind of shape for the flowers. So I'm using pink color, and we need a little wider structure towards the downside. You can say it is like a triangle kind of shape. create all these flowers slowly. Again, we need little density towards upward direction and less density towards downward direction. So for this particular flower, you just need to spread your brush a little bit towards downward direction so that you will get something like this. It's quite easy, you just need a little practice around it. Now once done with the flower, you can add oval kind of shape in each flower towards downward side, like I'm doing this with the help of same color, but this time I'm using little concentrated color to create this oval shape. As soon as you add these oval shape, it will look like it has bell kind of structure. This is the easiest way to draw something like this. With the yellow color, I'm going at the top of all the flowers to just get a hint of yellow in it. I'm repeating the same process in all the flowers, and I'm also adding little dots around the oval shape for each flower. And we're done with the flowers. Now let's start with the sepals. So with the help of light green color or sap green color, I'm adding 2 to 3 sepals around each flowers that we have. This is try on wet technique wherein we can see all the flowers, leaves, stems clearly. So that's why I'm taking all my time to draw or to paint all these structure. Now with the help of fine stems, we need to attach all the flowers together in a single vine or in a multiple vines. One vine can have multiple sub vines as well, but make sure every flower is attached with something or some of the other vine. We can also add few more vines with the help of dark green color. With the help of sap green color, I'm adding small leaves around it. Wherever you feel you can add leaves, just add those leaves into it. We need to make it a little bushier. I'm going in this speed because I am showing same thing. Nothing fancy in here. Keep more leaves towards the downward direction. You can use dark shade of green, light shade of green, those different shades of green you can utilize to create leaves. Now I'm using deep green color. Our first one is still not completed. We are keeping the first one to dry. Meanwhile, we can complete the second one. Add more leaves with different shades of green. And we can also add little more dark shade of green. So I have mixed purple and deep green together to create something like this. Don't overdo it, but do it until you get satisfied. And And we're done with the second one. Now let's come back to the first one. So our sheet is now completely dried, and I'm using red color to add more texture towards the flower. I'm keeping the blurry pink color also like that only, and I'm also adding more red flowers in between. I'm creating a small rose kind of flower here, so I'm adding semicircle kind of shape in each and every flower, and I'm going to repeat this throughout the area. Okay, now we're done with the flowers. Now we can add little highlighted leaves and stems. All the leaves and stems are not clearly visible in this particular version, but we can highlight few leaves and few flower vines to make it more visible. So I'm again using different shades of green like sap green, deep green, and deeper. Add more leaves, more stems, more vines. This thing you can do until you will get satisfied with your structure, but don't overdo it. And we are almost done with the first one as well. So hope you have liked this video, and do let me know if you guys have any feedback for me. And thank you so much for all your love and support, and thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next video.